Welcome to Q Aquatics and Exotics. My name's Susie, and tonight we are going to chat live. Just going to kick it back, and I just got to connect it to the fish people. Got to connect to the people. How is everybody? Can you hear me? My microphone's way over there, so let me know if you can hear me or not. Oh, I can get rid of that drip, but before, let me see who's here. Howdy, Bob Taylor. I see you have a pretty cool guest coming up at 8 o'clock. I'm very excited. Babyface Bobby. Sophie, don't start. Oh, look at everybody. Greg the Guppy Guy. Greg the Guppy Guy and Peplin, Mike, and Geek Boy. Mike's Aquatics. Well, that drip is going to drive me crazy. So before I get going, old mama. Troops. Well, you guys know how I like to start off my stream. And we're going to talk about how this Sunday's going.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah nah, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.
Oh my gosh. That always gets my blood going. Always gets it going. Oh, this is everybody from a raid from Foxy and any pop-up stream since Skipper had off. I was looking for Skipper. No, Sophie. But I just woke up. Oh, I see how this is going to go, guys. I hope you guys have some patience for a squawking, slightly jealous macaw. Slightly jealous. I'm going to try to talk softer in case my voice and my excitement is getting her excited. Just in case. Oh, Pleco Whisper in the house. It ain't easy being Big Easy. Right? John McKenzie, Babyface Bobby. Oh my gosh, look at all this. I love it. Babyface Bobby is Tien Aqua. Good to know. Thank you so much. Hey, John's in the house. Which reminds me, my brother John's birthday is today. And I almost missed it. So let me tell you, working at the bird store in the mornings, trying to keep up with these young kids. Oh God, that makes me sound old. But anyway, I come home and I slept. I was awake for maybe an hour and a half. I get up at 5 a.m. I get home about noon, and I just woke up. If you can't tell, just woke up. You know, trying to show off some skills like old people got it too, and hustling. And I come home and I'm like, whew. So I'm a little discombobulated because I don't usually take a nap right up till 6:30. And can we talk a little bit why Sophie might be a little bit jealous? Who's George? Oh, George. Hello, Melvin. Just like my baby boy, he won't let us talk. Exactly. Exactly. There are times when I'm on a Zoom call, I just have to face Sophie while I'm talking on the Zoom, and she thinks I'm talking to her. So that works. HRU. HRU. I know that means something really cute. HRU. That bird keeps a lovely human. Boy, does she have me trained and everything. But yesterday, I brought home one of the tiniest parrots ever. Not the smallest, because I think there is a one smaller. But I brought home a Parallette, which is para, like just like a parrot, and it ends in LET, Parallette. And this 2.5-year-old, and I would have her out, but I'm trying to get her, accustomed to the house. She's only been. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give her some pistachios. Bribery used to work with my children. Let's see if it works, okay? What's that? Hey, Rocco? Who's Rocco? Where's Rocco? Do you think, Gaza Youth, can you give me some tips on keeping African cichlids? I can. I can tell you what I know about African cichlids. Hey, Bobby. Look, I got some pistachios for you. Oh, look at the pistachios. Didn't work, did it, guys? Yeah, didn't work. She didn't even go inside her cage. That's crazy. So I'm going to sit like this. Oh. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about African cichlids. So I keep several different kinds of African cichlids. And I have some tanks from 3 different areas, 3 different lakes, waterways. I've got Lake Tanganyika. I've got no, I don't have any Lake Victorian. I've got 2 different kinds from, oh my God, I just lost it. Just like that. Where do the Mbunas come from? The Mbunas Lake. That's where I started with them. I'm going to let you guys catch up with me because, So if you're talking about at a local pet store and you got mixed African cichlids, they're probably Mbunas. Probably. Can you use sponge filters for the main filters? Because I have a 55-gallon I want to set up. I use sponge filters in all my aquariums. Hey, Dragon Lair. Sorry I'm late. I think my brain is late too. But that answer, G35, isn't just for African cichlids. I'm trying to think of what I use an actual hang on the back filter. My axolotls. I have a hang on the back filter because they poop an awful lot. Malawi. Thank you, Tom. Oh my gosh, Lake Malawi. How did I forget that? That was the first lake I learned about, is Lake Malawi. And my least liked cichlids. But when I started off, I made a fish tank for my granddaughter. And then I quite quickly made a community tank and an Mbuna tank for me. So those are my first 3 fish tanks. And I still have the Mbunas, actually the babies of those Mbunas. And they're quite mean and quite agitated. So if you like that kind of tank, then you're going to love the Mbunas. But I have some Frontosas and blue dolphins, which come from 2 different lakes in Africa, but they're in the same tank right now in the 55. They're getting ready to move up into the 90-gallon tank, which will also have a sponge filter. No worries, Susan. We're here for you. Oh, Bob, thank you so much, because let me tell you, I am like smashed potatoes. Oh, why'd I say that? This is going on 2 weeks of a keto diet or paleo diet, and I can't even say the word mashed potatoes without dreaming. Am I the only one that just dreams about luscious comfort foods that I can't have right now? I do. I'm so pathetic. I did Dragon Lair, but I didn't get it until later that day. After the lip. Diane's in the house? I did not see Shelly. Is she here? Hi, Scott. I'm going to trust Tom. Hi, Shelly. So I'm getting kind of lonely also. most of my reptiles are brumating. I haven't seen my skink in a long time. I haven't seen my couple of my turtle species in a while. My Eurmastics are out and about, but they don't brumate. I think I want to find a new home for this female Jackson. Ooh. How many sponge filters you recommend in 55? Let me tell you, I use the Aquarium Co-op sponge filters, and I have 2 large ones in there. I don't know, and I know I don't want to say all sponge filters are made the same because they're not. Um, there's some of the sponges that are very soft. They will all work, but I find the ones that I can get at Petco and PetSmart usually clog up after about a year. Even after rinsing them every week, they clog up pretty quick. My Aquarium Co-op, they're very coarse. They work very well and they have not clogged up at all. And they kind of like click into place, so I can put 2 large on top of each other, and I could have 4 large sponge filters in that aquarium if I wanted. But I have 2, and there's room inside each of those sponge filters for an air stone. So it'll give it a little less of a blub 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 and more of a bring, bring. So that's what I have in my 55s. I think all my tanks have 2 sponge filters in them, even my 20-gallon longs, 2 sponge filters, because I am ready to set up a hospital tank or a quarantine tank at any time, and I want to make sure I have seated sponge filters. 3 large-sized sponge filters. That's a good rule of thumb, John. Very good rule of thumb. Especially for a 55 because it's so long. 2 is enough. Yeah, 1 is probably enough, but I like 1 on each side. Brian. Brian's in the house. Who's Brian? Why did I miss Brian? Is somebody Brian with a different YouTube name? Hello, Pedrick. Can't get co-op stuff in Canada. Oh, I'm so sorry. What's the other one that I want to saying it's like First Aid? It's not First Aid. Swiss. Swiss. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Do you keep any frogs? I ordered Sext trio of Starry Night reed frogs today. I love the sound that the reed frogs make. Right now I have 2 firebelly toads, which are really frogs. I have my Australian, my dumpy frog. And oh my gosh, he's gotten that big already. Huge. He goes through probably as many crickets now as my adult bearded dragons, because he's just so big, and I really don't want to move to a pinky or anything. I'm still working on it, you know. But those are the frogs I have. I do want to set up like a 40-gallon breeder or a 55-gallon for dart frogs with like a stream coming down. Hey, Danikin. Someone said, hey, Mary. Mary, Mary, where you going to? Brian, oh, Brian is Peplin. I started using his real name and it caught on. That's really cool, because let me tell you how hard it is. I don't know how Mr. B and how you do it, Bob. On Facebook, there's one name, and on YouTube, there's another name, and I could barely get my own name down. What substrate do you recommend, sand or gravel, for the African cichlids? Well, if you're going to do a hang on the back, I don't recommend sand. I don't really use gravel on mine. I think mine is more of a crushed coral mixed with gravel. You think my African cichlids? No, I've got gravel with crushed coral mixed in, only because my pH comes out at a 6.8, and the crushed coral seems to add that, up it just enough where I'm not really chasing a pH, but they seem to like it. Worldwide tropics, hello. Me neither, Q. Oh, well, I don't know how you did it. And you did the whole schedule in one post. That was awesome. That is awesome. Oh, Pedrick, Dragon Lair. Ah, Podrick? Pedrick? Oh my god, I suck at names. See, even Dragon Layer, I call you Dragon. Is that Peplin? I call him Pep. You know, I just Danny's easy, Danny or Ken. I always call Danny Danny. Hello, John, Gnarly. They're gone right next to my bed so I can listen to them at night. Oh, let me tell you, I would love all different frogs. I had these clicking, I want to say river frogs for years. And I absolutely, absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. I thought they were breeding, but I think one of them was in distress. But I thought they were making these weird sounds, and then they didn't make it. And I'm like, oh, I think I should have been a little more on top of those because I haven't been able to find them. I got them in Mark De Niro's store, and he just happened to have got them in, and he even said like he's not a big amphibian guy, but the guy who does his ordering did his ordering at that time. Love your parrot. What type is it? This right here is a severe macaw. That's Sophie, and she's about 6 years old. I've had her probably a year now. And I've been working with her solid for a year. We share our breakfast together. Of course, my eggs have salt and a little bit of cheese on them. Her eggs do not. But I moved it out of the way, but I bring down a ladder and put it sideways right to my table. And she comes right down. I set her own plate, and she eats with me. And I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. But if I put the little egg pieces in her bowl, she won't eat them. But she likes them because she's sharing my food, I think. That's what I think. But yesterday, I brought home that Parallette, and I need to name her. And I want to show her off, but I didn't want to freak her out by keeping her up late with all the lights on, because I got a ring light here, and I got a big light there, and here a light, there a light. And I haven't really introduced them to Sophie, because she's only this big, full grown parrot. And she doesn't know she's this big. So if Sophie came near her, she would just hold her own with Sophie, and I don't know how that'll go. So I'm going to keep them separate for now. Shelly, get a 3-stage carbon filter. That will solve it. What is Shelly going on? Having an issue with, ammonium nitrate out of tap. Oh, the tap. Do you know what I got, Diane? They sell them for campers. It's just like a big, long carbon blocker for the end of a hose. So I bought a little tiny hose, put it on my sink, and then put the carbon blocker, just like who said that? That was a great idea. Oh my gosh. Somebody said get a carbon filtration. That was a good idea. But I get this carbon blocker, and these tubes about that long are made for campers, RVs. And I put that right on, and all my water right out of the tap goes there, because I live in Morrisville, and sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. Sometimes the TDS is well over 300. Sometimes it's like 220. I don't know why. Sometimes I can smell the bleach. Other times I don't smell it. So, and I know it's not bleach. Parallettes are sweet little parrots. Oh, hi, Lisa. Lisa's in the house. Hi, Rocco. Lisa's in the house. So, yes, this Parallette is 2.5 years old, and she came in without any feathers. And now her feathers are starting to grow back, so she kind of looks like a baby because she's got like the furry feathers, but she's not. She's 2.5 years, and I'm going to start training with her every day, 15 minutes every day. But I got to do it in another room because right now I don't want Sophie to get upset. But if she trains successfully with the click training, I'm going to come out here and do it in front of Sophie. Put on a little peer pressure. What do you think? Is that good, or is that a bad idea? What plants can you get out? Oh, my African cichlids? Oh, the plants that I have in that tank, mine are silk. Silk plants, some plastic plants, even the Anubis. Those little guys just ate. And in the beginning, I didn't mind. I called it salad. But it gets expensive. And I really like the look of plants. I don't think they really need plants if they have other hiding things and things that... The main thing from my African cichlids is they can't see each other from the other side of the tank. I've got to put some kind of distractions up. And since rocks are very heavy, and I get a little nervous putting that many rocks. I like the silk and the plastic plants. So that kind of puts a little mark in their line of sight. So if they want to hide, they can just go behind a leaf, or they can go into one of their little cubby holes. But we have a lot of people in the chat that are very, very good with African cichlids. Amazon has 3/4 inch, 10-inch whole house system for $59 installed laundry room. Wow. Chubby Guppy, that's a great, great, great price. Oh, Science Gal, I slept right through your stream. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch all the streams I missed today. I didn't get to change any water today. So I'm going to be binge listening to all the streams while I do my fish room tomorrow because I am off. So I'm going to wake up. And I have to start moving around those tanks. So my 55-gallon Frontosa tank still is at half mass because it's bowing. Now, guys, tell me if this sounds far-fetched, because I know you'll be honest with me. I got a C-clamp that's 12 inches. I'm going to try to bring in the middle of that tank just so that it's not bowed. So we're talking gently. We're talking over small course period, about 1/8 of an inch. It might even be 3/16 of an inch, because I do want to use it for a turtle tank or axolotl tank. So it still might not be filled all the way up, but once it's not bowed anymore, I'm going to put a metal, like when I built a table, I used a metal L for the wood to make sure it was perfectly 90 degrees. I'm going to use 2 of those with a metal strip and make my own center brace. Not that I think I will need it for the half filled or a little bit more than half filled, but just to be on the safe side, I thought, let me give it a shot. You never know, it might work. It might work. Look at everybody saying, hey, can you Mia peacock haps and mbunas? So I wouldn't, unless I had a huge, huge tank. I would do haps and peacocks maybe. But my mbunas, I pretty much, the only thing I would mix in with my, personally with my mbunas is I had like a 6-pack. I had 6 clown loaches in with them when they were smaller. They did fine. I have yellow labs. Are they mbunas? If they're mbunas, then that's a good mix. But I would not put the haps and the peacocks aren't the rock dwellers. They're more of the swimmers in that lake. So unless you have a huge tank, I would kind of make a tank for if you're going to have the rock dwellers in that tank, and then the big swimmers can go in the bigger tank. That's just me, though. I've done some weird things that worked out well, so who knows, right? I'm going to do a bioactive morning gecko setup later. Oh, Worldwide Tropicals, I can't wait to see it. Did you hear my story last weekend? Oh my gosh, my morning geckos, I found 4 more eggs. So there's 8 eggs, I think. 8 or 12 eggs. There's just so many eggs everywhere. And I saw this monster. I'm calling him Godzilla. Because at some point I must have put in a small dubia roach years ago. And now that's a breeding size. So somehow or another, and he lives under the terrain in my morning gecko tank. So I think I'm going to try to take out that huge monstrosity that just doesn't fit in that tank and put her back in the breeding box so she can keep breeding. And my morning geckos, I have 3 morning geckos and tons of eggs. And that's bioactive. Although I haven't seen any of the springtails lately, but I usually don't see them unless I pick up the rock over the marshy, like it's like a muddy marshy part here. Then I see all the springtails there. I just haven't looked. But that is a great idea, Worldwide Tropicals. I would love to see it. Okay, see Dragon Layers, but he said yes, they will live fine together. That's perfect. Thank you, everyone, for the info. Let me tell you, there's people in this chat that are amazing. Bob, I don't keep plants with my Africans. Folks, peace. All right, peace out, Rocco. Thank you for coming by. Can I put geophagus with African cichlids? What kind of geo? I only have gymnogeophagus, so I'm gonna say no to the gymnogeophagus, but you didn't ask about gymnogeophagus, did you? So I'm gonna let somebody else, but no. My my gymnogeophagus doesn't like it that high of a pH, and is I don't know if I would trust my mbunas. My mbunas are mean, man. They are just mean. Maybe it's just my mbunas that I have. There are two different parts of the world, exactly. They require two different good. I'm on track. I've always wanted a hyacinth macaw. Oh my gosh, we've gotten some of those hyacinth macaws in the stores, and here's what I would call them. Gentle giants. They are the largest, spectacularly colored, and so sweet as a rule. Of course, you might have your oddball, but absolutely so sweet. Yeah, they are about 20 grand plus. Yeah. And make sure you have an avian vet near you. Not just an exotic vet. Make sure you have one. If you're going to get a $20,000 bird, you make sure you have a good vet. Because it doesn't happen often, but when things hit the fan, you want to know that you can go somewhere. That's with any of your exotics. Like if you have reptiles and stuff, and I know a lot of people don't like to do that. So my vet up here, I can now yearly just bring in stool samples. And I just have them checked, especially when I'm bringing them in from the outdoors, because they spend most of the summer outside. And I just want to make sure everything is clean and clear. But if they didn't have a history with my animals, I don't think they would be able to just look at the stool and say, oh yeah, that's good, oh yeah, that's not. A redhead mbunas will most likely kill the dwarf cichlids. Yeah, my mbunas kill their mates. My mbunas, what they don't kill though, believe it or not, is their fry. But that's why I have grandchildren of my original mbunas, and now they're all starting to look the same. They all starting to look like that calico color. Like came down a lot years ago. They were 50,000. Wow. Just got some albino paradise gourami. Is that's like the paradise fish? Beautiful. I bred paradise. That's one of the second fish that I ever bred. My first fish was angelfish. And I can't say I bred them. They bred while I had them. But I did on purposely breed paradise fish. And they did very well. So well that I gave my daughter some. I brought some to the fish store. I traded fry for food. I really like the paradise fish. Holly says hello. Hello, Sophie. So anyway, what I was saying about the 90 gallon. I'm going to move the 55 gallon. Let's pretend I had space in my basement, which I don't, but I'm pretending I do. And move it over to this space. Put the clamp on it and see if that works. It could be a turtle tank, axolotl tank. It's not going to be filled up with fish tank. And where in its place, I'm going to put the 90 gallon. I just got the tank stand, and I did a whole video on it, thanking everybody from last week who super chatted me, because that super chat money went directly to buying that 90 gallon tank stand, so I can get started at setting that up. So that's what's going to go there. So I'm going to set up the 90 gallon, and I don't know if I'm going to separate out the blue dolphins and just make it a frontosa tank, or even get something that's a little more tank matey-ish. But I'm finding now that my one blue dolphin cichlid is really, their lips are really getting large. The knuckle hump is getting large. It's getting a little more ornery. So I don't know if that's a good match. They got put together by accident when they were fry. And they've lived together all this time. But I think, no, the 90 gallon did not make it in the basement. It's still up here. I had ordered... Do I have him here? I went to a couple of my local fish stores to try to get, not gaskets. I'll come up with the name, gaskets. Bulkheads. bulkheads. That's it. Tried to get bulkheads because the hole is 1 3/4 inch hole. So I need bulkheads. Sophie, come here. Step up. God, I so wish she would just fly to me. Step up, baby. One of these days, she's just going to come over here and sit on my shoulder while we do live. That would be so cool. I did order, because none of my local fish store had the bulkheads. Because there's 2 holes, 1 3/4 inch in the back overflow. So I got rubber grommets, and then I realized that's not going to help me. That's not going to help me. So I went online and they got to come. I think one has a 1-inch output and the other one has a 3/4 inch output. So I'll have to see which one do I want to have more, the one coming up or the one going down. I'll have to see, but no, the 90-gallon is still up here. It's still kind of encrusted in salt water. Yeah. Did not make it downstairs yet, but I'm working on HR and FF. Did not have them. No, they did not. No, they did not. They had 3/4 inch and 1-inch bulkheads. And I said, well, the hole is 1 3/4 inch. And they told me that wouldn't fit. But Ziggy wasn't there, so I talked to somebody else that worked there. So I'm going to keep trying. But once I get the bulkheads, I also know there's other things I'm going to need. Like, I'm hoping the PV. I got to see what I got. If the bulkhead is the screw-on type, which I'm hoping for the PVC, but I got a funny feeling it's not. It's the ribbed. I didn't know what I was getting with these bulkheads. That's why I like going into a store. I went into Home Depot. I went into Lowe's. I couldn't find what I was looking for. And then I thought maybe a pond store. Oh, maybe Gemco, you say. Oh, Shelly, I didn't think of that. What made you get into fish? Let me tell you, I had no intentions of getting into fish. My granddaughter was turning 2, and I wanted to get her something that we could do together. So I make dollhouse furniture and miniatures. So I had a lot of fish tanks that I put my miniature settings in, so like little tiny fingers, because I have 4 kids also. Couldn't get to them and break the stuff. So I saw all these fish tanks I had in my house. I said, maybe I'll get her a fish tank and we'll get some guppies. So like the day before her birthday, I went to my local fish store, and that's when I started learning about the nitrogen cycle. And that's when I started doing research. And that's when I started going on YouTube and realizing keeping fish is a lot deeper than I thought. No pun intended. But it seemed to open up a world filled with passion for me that it was just amazing. And of course the multi-tank syndrome kind of hit, because as I was setting up my daughter's tank, I set up 2 for myself, because as I'm doing research, I fell in love with KG Tropicals, and they're about the cichlids, but I also fell in love with the community fish. Like I was watching, I called him the Guppy Guy, now I know him to be Corey from Aquarium Co-op, and I'm like, well, I want both, but I was learning I couldn't keep both. So I set up those 2 tanks. And then as I was collecting Mbunas, I realized I can't just put them in the tank. I have to quarantine them. So then I had to set up a 3rd tank that turned into a real tank, and then another tank. And then one of my mollies got sick, so I had to set up another hospital tank, and so on, and so on, and so on. And it seems like the more I learn in this hobby, the more I realize I don't know. The deeper I get into it, the larger it becomes. It's just so amazing. And it's almost like there's a spot for every hobbyist out there, whether it's just, I'm going to sit back and look at pretty colorful fish, to conservation, it's saving the planet. Like it gets so deep. I just absolutely love it. So that's how I got into where I am today. And as I think it was my 5th tank, I was into the hobby maybe 6 months when my boyfriend got me that tank, 125-gallon aquarium. So I thought, let me document the process of this, because I'm so in over my head. That's when I started my YouTube. So I started the YouTube documenting what I was learning as I was learning it. Like, it filled up with this big foggy, murky water. I learned, oh, that's a bacteria bloom. I need that. And I got my granddaughter into it. We put together the bio balls into the bottom to the dry sump and just had a blast ever since. And I still have a blast. WWT, I keep axolotls. I love axolotls, Bob. What made you get in? That's it. I have axolotls coming out of my ears. Not literally, but we do breed them. Oh, Furler's aquatics. I was thinking about that. It kind of seemed a lot harder than even breeding bettas, because once they get of age, don't they have to be in their own, like, container almost? I don't know. I've got 3 females and 2 males, and I was going to move them all into one tank for a few months, at least getting into the springtime, and then put them back in their other tanks and hopefully get eggs by then. But I've heard it's so hard to raise. One tank is how it starts. Oh, you are not kidding. I know. Usually you don't ask a bird owner if the birds talk, but does your macaw talk? Let's see. What? And yes, you can ask. Hello. Hello. So she says, hello. Step up.
Hello.
There's her hello. And I hear her practicing words at night. Now she's very... See that ringing of that bell? That's not a happy, cute ring. Hello. I hear her talking, practicing at night different words. And I keep trying to get her to say, Susie. Hi, Susie. And I sing to her all the time. Hey, everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm. Wouldn't that be great if she started singing that? Like, I don't know when it clicks, but I do hear her late at night when she starts roosting. She's practicing all the new words that I can't, because it sounds like gibberish to me right now. And she does peekaboo when she's in the mood, of course. Stereotypical 2-year-old. But yeah, she does talk. And I think the Parallette talks, but it's such a high-pitched, I don't think I'm understanding her because she's telling me something. She's like, so I think she's trying to tell me something. How big of a tank do axolotls need long term? Mine are in 40-gallon breeders. So it depends. You have 1? Do you have 2? I had mine. I set up my girlfriend's in a 20-gallon lawn, but she's got baby axolotls right now. And the table that I put them on in her house, the desk, is prepared for a 40-gallon breeder. But I'll let somebody else answer that, but that's what I would do. But if you had a 55, now they don't need a lot of the 55 space, like a 50 low boy would be perfect for more than 1 axolotl. I would love that. Just had my oldest tank burst. Look at you with the good attitude. So good excuse to get a new tank. What a great attitude. That's why I'm kind of afraid with this clamping of this 55-gallon. Aquatic Ness. I haven't seen you in a bit. Ness. Oh, yeah. A tank bursting is so... Ugh. Did you have fish in it? Sophie? Come here, baby. Step up. Step up. She does say step up, too. Holly, that is a risk. I always check the seals. I check seals, too, but I don't know what I'm checking for. You know what I mean? She was bobbing her head when you were singing. She dances, and she doesn't care that I sing off key. She does not care. I do sing a song, make it simple, to last the whole night long. And I sing, you are so beautiful to me, all the time to her. I got to make sure, though, with this new bird, I don't sing the same songs. Because my nickname was Pumpkin with my dad. I was daddy's little girl. I had 3 brothers. And A decade later comes my little sister, and I heard my dad call her Pumpkin. Now, I know birds aren't people, but I was heartbroken. Like, you can't call her Pumpkin. I'm Pumpkin. So, is that TMI? Oh, well. Ah, Q and Diane, let me know if you want some flake and cichlid pellets. You guys, let me tell you, you guys, if you're not in an aquarium society, start one, get one. It's such a great support, especially during these times. Let me tell you, found a baby pleco I lost. Wow. Was she still like when the tank burst? Did she make it? Hello. This is a gecko. This is a gecko. Hello, gecko. Is that what you mean? Takare veyatrim okulu. Hello and welcome. What Q said. The footprint is important with the yeah. I would love those 50-gallon low boys. I think they would be perfect. You know what's perfect? In my mind. You know those like a 50-gallon it looks like my 100-gallon tubs, summer tubs, but they're shorter. But Rubbermaid. The Rubbermaid because you're looking down on them, so you don't need to see inward. For me, the axolotls are a look down kind of fish. It cracked right across the bottom. I am so careful when I'm setting up my tank. I make sure there's nothing on the bottom. Then I put that styrofoam because I was told even a pebble could cause that unevenness. And I try to do the leveler. Did I say it right? The level to make sure it's level because I'm so afraid of that. Ooh, Neymar Amen. I don't know what language that is, and I don't have my translator, but welcome. Fishy, manes, tails, furs, and fins. I can't tell you how much I love your name. You know that. Except for, I've never had manes. Never had a mane. My dad used to raise horses, but animals that are larger than me kind of scare me, so. 250 plus. I hope that's the size of your tank. That's pretty cool. Do you say, Hebe, please, please? Huh. Did a rock cause it? I would love to know what caused that. It's kind of hard to tell, is it? I did mean to message you. Forgive my bad memory. We'll message you. I have a horrible memory too, Shelly. If I do an Mbuna, how many in a 55? Oh, I'm going to let somebody else answer because from what I know, you kind of want them slightly overstocked to simmer down the aggression, but you have to balance that with enough hiding and filtration. So I would never tell anybody to overstock their 50 because some of my Mbunas are like pretty big. I would never tell anybody, oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to let somebody else, and I'm going to cop out and say, ask the experts. But I know with my Mbunas, if they're slightly overstocked, they're less aggressive. But you might interpret that as I'm saying, oh, get 30 of them. Like, so I don't know. I would do 10 to 15. Okay, see, Furler's got a good answer. 10 to 15. Yeah, if you're starting with juveniles, that's different. But keep in mind, if you fill the 55 with juveniles to the right amount or to like 30 of them, they're going to grow up and it's not going to, your tank's not going to be big enough. Mine started off in a 29 gallon. And then I wanted to use a 29 gallon for the hospital tank, so I set up my 55 gallon and moved the Mbunas to a 55 gallon. And I probably had 10 because I had the clown loaches as well. How are the puppies, Jess? Oh, puppies. Neymar is hurt. Looks like PSG doesn't miss him too much. Hey, Michael. Haven't seen you in a bit. Haven't seen you in a bit. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I think it was Scott's video. Did he put out today? It's his birthday. Scott McLaughlin. It's his birthday. Get your room on. It's your birthday. Susie, have you my corgi puppies yet? Have you my have I seen them? No. Do I have them? No. Scott's video today reminded me of how lucky I am right this moment. Because I think it was Tom, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 winters ago when we all lost power and it was icy and I was putting heat pads on the sides of my tank, wrapping them in those tinfoil blankets. You know those emergency tinfoil blankets? You can get 10 of them for like $1. In case you couldn't hear me, like 10 of them for $1. And I was using those because I saw him putting on blankets on and I was so worried. I did lose a lot of fish that year too. They're doing great. I'm putting a short out. Speaking of shorts, Sardi, I was just talking about your axolotls. I was talking about your axolotls. Sarah, if you see her, Sarah Deitch, she's my BFF, just set up axolotls in her office. 2 baby axolotls and 20-gallon long. And she's prepared to go move up to a 40-gallon breeder when the time is right. And they are gorgeous. They're both Lucy's, leucistic, and yeah, her son is so loving them. You gotta love it. But I have 12 minutes left. I want to take a few minutes. Oh, Mark's back. Hi, Mark. To ask about the shorts. If anybody is interested, I can say Monday or Tuesday, maybe we can have a Zoom call. I would love to talk to other fish people and fish tubers that are doing shorts to get a better understanding, like a better concept. I can't grasp the shorts. I can just take a short video, vertical. I've watched the YouTube. I understand what that means. Miss Sophie, that was rude. But if anybody wants to do like a Zoom call, or I could set up like a call, it's not going to be broadcast or anything. We could all chat about it because I would love anybody who does them, that's successful with them, that gets it. Like, I would love to talk. And I am off Monday and Tuesday. Sarah said, "Hi, everyone. Have you heard the Axolotl song?" I have not. Ice storm was more than 5 years ago. No power for 3 days. Temps, it was horrible. Oh, you brought your fish to Adam's Safari. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I was wrapping my fish tanks in those blankets. It was horrible. Horrible. I was at a loss. I was actually boiling water, but not boiling, but heating up water on my gas stove. We had the camping stove. And going in and adding little bits and little bits and little bits. That was... And it really... Bob, you do some shorts too. Good. No, shorts are crap. JMF, why do you say that? That's... I would love if you got some time to come on, because I heard that even though they don't really work towards your monetization, they can draw subscribers to your channel if they get put on the short shelf. If that makes sense. But I would love to do like a daily shorts challenge, like every day put out a shorts. But I think it takes almost as much effort to make the shorts as a video. Like, you still want to do the tags and titles, you still want to do the music, you still want to have the thumbnail, and the hook has to be like instant, like da, or something like that. But yeah, if you're interested, Bob, I would love to. And JMF, if you're interested, anybody else, like, once we figure out a decent time, then I'll put a link out on like Fish Tubers if anybody wants to join. I just trying to get a better understanding of it. Like, is it, like you said, is it worth it? Is it not? Is it crap? Film vertical, I get that. Less than 60 seconds. I told keep it to 15 seconds, but yes, less than 50 seconds. Shorts. I get that part, Peplin. But there's a lot more to it as far as I mean, that's all you have to do to put it out there. I'm talking about like putting out shorts that are drawing in people to your channel, like with the hook, with the there really is a lot more to it, but they're very simple. You can make them, but when I make a video on my phone, I don't edit on my phone. So I don't have the music on my phone. I don't have anything like that. Anything, how to put titles on. So maybe it's just me because I don't use my phone for anything as far as making my videos. But yeah, I would love to dive a little bit deeper into that. I don't like shorts. Why not, Sandy? I didn't get much pineapples from shorts. Yes, I'm interested. I need better skills. Yeah, me too, Holly. Me too. Some of my shorts took off and some don't. Aquanest, that's exactly the point. It's like you make them with no expectations and in hopes that they get put on this short shelf. So the help tonight for your amazing. Oh, G35, I hope you come back and thank you so much for coming. Shorts are okay, but they don't count towards your watch time. Correct. It's not about the watch time, and it's not. I don't think they count towards monetization, but they build your base. If you get 2,000 people looking at your shorts, out of those you may get like 3 or 4 people subscribing. Like, it's a great way. It's almost like a commercial. It's like a commercial for your it can be a commercial for your channel. So no, you're not going to get watch time. No, you're not going to get monetization. Well, one kind gets monetization, another doesn't, or something like that. But it is a great commercial, if done right, to bring people, or maybe I'm just misled. And that's why talking with beauty people is one thing. I care only about it when it comes to the fish community, like, and what that means. I have not filmed vertical and had a few shorts now go over 1,000 views and one over 2,000. Exactly. So what a great commercial for you, Gnarly. See what I mean? Like 2,000 people that don't watch your videos saw that. You may have even gotten a subscriber or 2 from that. Or you may have gotten 1 or 2 persons interested in fish keeping. Like, it depends. Like, if it's going to be like, do you keep a focus on them? Like, how to start in the fish keeping hobby, and all your shorts are like geared towards that, or do you just do like fish in general? That's what I want to talk about on this call. My green terror fry started free swimming last night. Oh, I bet you that is adorable. Oh, I gotta go check it out, GRB. That sounds adorable. That's where I got this this GoPro. I set it up, and then I want to be able to figure out how to make it turn it on an hour after I set it up. Because once I set it up and take my hand out, the fish are kind of skitsy, like, okay. But if I could start the GoPro after it's settled in the tank, it would be great. No, they're only any good done as a trailer. No good for views or anything like that. Really? Shorts increase your complete watch stats. Many people come to channels and learn detailed items. Rarely rewatch long live streams. Exactly, Chubby. These live streams that I do, and mine aren't super long. Mine are like an hour, and my hour's almost up. But this is I look at it, I'm very selfish. This is my time to connect with the online fish community. At least those that care about what I'm doing on YouTube. You know, I love it. I get so much out of it. There are some good tutorials and background vids. I can't wait to talk about that. 84 watching? What? That is awesome. No video should be under 1 minute. If you do 30 seconds, 50 seconds, and call it a short walk, it's not a short video, it's barely a clip. Interesting. Interesting. I subscribe to you. Well, thank you, G35. I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoy some of my other videos, too. Bob Kaler is streaming next. Bob, are you my mod? Oh, good, you put it out there. At 7:54, he put out the link. I might be not caught up. Let's see here. There he is. Thank you, Bob. I'm gonna put this up there. How's that? Get it down off my face. I remember when YouTube videos were 30 seconds. Well, you know what it reminds me of? TikTok. Gotta tell you, when I had my TikTok, I had fun. It was addictive. It was cool. It was like even my earthworms got it. But then John made me get rid of TikTok off of all devices. He said people were watching me or gathering. I don't know what it was, but anyway, I just took it off. But I really did enjoy that aspect. And watching 30-second clips, 15-second clips, 1-minute clips, I thought were great. I thought they were funny. Some were funny. Some had messages. Some were sad. But yeah, like I liked that. I don't know why. I want to make better quality videos. Any recommendations? Yes, worldwide. They suggest make 50 videos and just know they're going to suck. And at the end of those 50 videos, and as you make videos, just try to make yours better than the last one. Don't compare you to anybody else, especially these big time vloggers. Just you, and know that the first couple dozen you put out are going to suck. So what? Do it. Get the experience. Get the upload. Get them out there. And just keep competing with yourself. That's what it was told to me. Well, it may appear as 2,000 views, but your retention rate goes right down because people are just clicking on and clicking off. They only need to watch 30% for it to count as a view. Wow. Well, maybe that's why they said 15 seconds is really good. If you can tell like a short message in 15 seconds, that's cool. By the time people caught it, they watched almost 100%. But I could see if they were a minute long, your retention rate might only be 30. I use live stream playlists for listening at work. Me too. I use them as podcasts. And some people, probably myself, I never listen to my own. They don't work well as podcasts. They don't work well. Oh my gosh. Always keep your options open for adjustment. Hi, Q. Hey, Rounded Rob. I hate shorts because they clog up my feed. Oh, dang, thanks. We got a hater. I'm joking, dang. There's the link again. I can't thank you guys enough. Compare yourself to yourself. I've heard that before. Exactly. That's how we grow. That's how we grow. And just a reminder, this is my daughter, Sarah Kay, who sings this. I wish I had her voice. And thank you all for coming out. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you on a call talking about shorts.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Na na, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.